Hey, Madison, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
It's great to finally meet you.
I know. I feel like we're just Instagram friends now.
We totally are. Thank you so much for rescheduling. My voice was completely gone, and I felt you deserved better than that.
Oh my God, no worries at all.
Madison Love, welcome to America's Dance 30 for the first time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Can I be completely honest with you? I had no idea how much of a powerhouse you are in the songwriting game, especially in pop music, until I started doing research on you.
Oh my God, thank you. Been hustling.
Your credits are unbelievable, and we're going to talk about that coming up. But congratulations on Never Going Home Tonight with Guetta and Alesso going number 1.
So exciting. Woo! It's such a cool experience because I've had songs go number 1 before that I've written, but I've never heard myself on the radio before with my voice. So it's a totally different experience this round.
Well, I can't wait to talk about how this song was born. But first, since it is your first time on America's Dance 30, let's get to know Madison Love a little better with Finky's firsts.
All right.
So I always love finding out the origin story of artists. I know that your dad is a vocal coach and that you went to the Clive Davis Institute of Recorded Music. But when you were growing up, was music the first thing you wanted to get into, or was there something else you wanted to be?
I was always writing songs, rewriting lyrics to Disney movies, and just writing lyrics since I was a kid. So music was always number 1.
Have you ever gone back to those old songs that you were rewriting?
Oh, yeah. I pull them up all the time. There was a couple that I'm like, oh, maybe I can revisit this idea. But then I'm like, okay, it's a little high school. It's very Taylor Swift inspired, but the old, teardrops on my guitar kind of era. And yeah, definitely inspired by her growing up. And I was like, I can do the same thing. I can write songs about what's going on at school and the boys that broke my heart and then perform them live at school. And I used to do that in high school.
Well, it's so incredible that you're actually able to parlay that into a profession, because not a lot of people can. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Now, as I mentioned, your writing credits are insane. Feel free to take a nap while I go through these. You have written with Jennifer Lopez, Gwen Stefani, Kesha, MGK, Ava Max, G-Eazy and Halsey, Selena Gomez, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, BB Rexa, Kim Petras, Megan Thee Stallion, Pink. Are you still awake?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Charlie XCX, Zara Larson, Demi Lovato, Tritonal, Axwell and Ingrosso, of course, David Guetta and Alesso, and so many more. Is it as crazy to you as I'm reading that as it is to me?
It's really crazy. It's hearing all those big names in a row is, oh my God, my mom would be so proud.
Oh, unbelievable. But do you remember that first song that you ever wrote?
Oh, I actually do, because I was talking to my old guitar teacher, and I remember he taught me a couple chord progressions, and then he would go away for a couple weeks, and then I would write a bunch of songs to those chord progressions, and then I would perform them for him. Like, I wrote this one song, it's called 13, and it was a song called it was about being 13, and I remember his face being like, this is kind of good. But then I was like, is it good? I'm not sure. And I mean, I had to write hundreds of songs before one of them was great. I mean, I definitely wrote a lot of bad songs, and you just kind of keep hustling and working at it and working with incredible collaborators, and you learn from them, and then you just slowly get better and better. And it took me a long time to. And I think after going to Clive Davis program and working with teachers that like have won Grammys before, and that program is so incredible, that I learned just all their tips and tricks. And yeah, it just made me the writer I am today.
It is so incredible. Well, speaking of all those artists that you have written for, do you have any idea how many songs you write a year?
Oh my gosh. Well, let's say I write 7 a week.
Oh my God.
Because maybe I do 2 sessions a day. So I'll do a session from 1 to 5, and then sometimes I'll do a session from 7 to 1 a.m. So I'm out here and writing as many songs as I can. I'm building the catalog.
Unbelievable. Now, do you remember the first song that you wrote that was picked up by a big artist?
My first big song was with Camila Cabello and MGK. That was a record that I wrote while I was still in my dorm room. And I remember getting the opportunity because I ended up signing to a publisher while I was in my second year of college, but he let me write remotely. He was like, "Oh, I'll send you ideas, and if you nail it, you nail it." And so I got the opportunity to write this song ended up being like the big song for Camila and MGK, and it was playing on the radio before I like walked down the aisle to graduate school. So all the kids in the class were like, "What the heck is going on?" The teachers are like, "You can leave." And I'm like, "No, I can't. I have to graduate. I started this school and I'm going to finish it."
That's amazing. See, I started college. I was already working at the radio station when I was 16, and I started college and then stopped because I was already working here. I already had my career set, but I totally should have went your avenue because I have nothing to fall back on.
Well, it's all good. I don't know yet what I would be doing right now if it wasn't songwriting. I mean, I'd probably work for an ad agency or like marketing.
Making jingles.
You give me a theme. They're like, this Christmas, this artist, think of something clever. I'd be like, that would be my job. I would kill that.
You recently spoke and performed for Congress to advocate for songwriters and copyright law, which is so incredible. Do you remember the first time ever performing for a crowd?
I do. I think I definitely sang at my town meeting at school. I used to perform a lot. I would write songs about the boys and girls in my class. And then every Monday I would sing songs about how I feel, and I would perform for those kids. And I remember their faces. Originally, I was like, this is probably a really bad idea because they're all sitting right in the front row. So I remember that and the anxiety of that. But I'd rather sing for people that the songs are not about. That would be way easier for me.
It's so funny you mentioned that. So when I was in high school, I was bullied a lot. So I was really shy in high school. And my English teacher at the time made us write stories based on a book that we read. And I decided to write about all the kids that had bullied me. And then she made us read it out loud in class with all the kids. I still remember like it was yesterday, like my voice quivering oh my God. It was the most traumatic, but also the best thing ever for me. Yes.
I love that.
Yes, a golf clap. Now, when you were thinking about your artist project, was your first idea to always use your real name, or were there other names you were considering?
I think, my middle name is Emiko. My grandmother's from Japan, so all of us in the family have Japanese middle names. So I thought maybe that would be a cool name. But then I just go with the same name that I'm writing under. So Madison Love.
And is there a meaning to Emiko?
Emiko, it means, my mother's name, I think, means beautiful child, and my grandmother's is about wisdom. So it's a mixture of both of those names together. Hers is Miyoko and my grandmother's is Eiko. I'm Emiko. Which is cool.
Yeah, that's beautiful. What a beautiful name. Well, finally, in Finky's first, in honor of Never Going Home Tonight, going number 1, it opens with the line, "DJ, play that sad song one more time." When you think of sad songs, what's the first sad song that you think of?
Sad songs.
See, I love depressing songs. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of Air Supply. Yes.
Oh my God.
Right here.
Oh my God. I know. I don't know why the first thing that comes to my mind is Bad Day by Daniel Powder. But I don't know why that just is the first thing that comes to my mind. But there's definitely like Adele songs that probably really like those ones actually make me cry.
Oh, they're so good. P.S. Complete side note. Did you see the video of Adele seeing Celine Dion at her show recently and like broke down in tears going over and hugging her?
Oh my God. No, I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, so emotional.
Oh.
Anyways, on to better things. Let's talk about this smash. Now, before we talk about how the song was born, I'm very curious because when your management sent me notes about stuff to talk about, they said, and I quote, share something about Guetta's work ethic, creativity, or energy that might surprise people. I've spoken with Guetta multiple times. What is this secret that you have?
I mean, the thing about Guetta is he comes so prepared. So he'll come with his laptop and he's unlimited ideas. So he'll be like, okay, I have these chords, or he'll have like a sound, and he'll have like flip ideas for songs that he loves that he wants to remake and redo in his own style. And so I remember anytime I work with Guetta, I've done so many sessions with him. He always comes with his laptop and he's ready to work. He's just like, let's get down to business. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for this. Let's get this kind of energy. And it's always so inspiring. I'm like, I would love to see his computer because it's probably just all like ideas, like starts of things.
And honestly, that's why he's been such a legend for so long, is his work ethic. I mean, he's just incredible.
It really is. I think he's also just such a kind human too. Like the day the song came out, he like WhatsApped me, and I was like, "Is this really David?" Like, I don't know if it's a fake David Guetta. It was really David, and he was just thanking me for being a part of the song and just saying how excited he was about it and sending me stats. And I just, you don't really get that from every artist that, especially in pop music. Not every artist is going to reach out to you personally and thank the songwriters, but that's just the kind of class act that David is, and it just shows you. And when you're kind to people and when you have the work ethic, his career, I mean, you can just see how he's the best and the nicest.
Well, I'm so glad you guys came together for this. How was this smash born with Guetta and Alesso?
Well, I remember there's a lot of writing camps for Guetta that he throws through his label. And I mean, I was writing for Guetta since I was in college, going to these writing camps. And I never got a song with him, but I would go in and write. He would come in, play some chords. We would write to that. And then, all the years go by and I just keep joining the camp. I'm like, I'm going to get a David Guetta song one day, Like I remember seeing him at Coachella in high school and just being like, wow, sitting in the pit, all sweaty of the Sahara tent, just like waiting. And then he played Titanium, and I was like, oh my God. So this is a very surreal moment. But we wrote another song in one of the camps called When I Was Young, which also was a number one.
The logical song. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we did that this year, and then we wrote this other song, and we, I wrote it the day of, and I didn't know if I was going to stay on the song or if we were going to get another artist, but I think David was like, I really love this version, so can we put it out with your voice? And I was like, you don't say no to David Guetta, you're like, oh, yes. This is such an honor, of course. And then I think it was just the demo, so we didn't have a drop or anything yet, and I think he reached out to Alesso separately, and they worked on like the version that's you hear now. And he added the drop, and they just changed a bunch of things and made the final version together. So when he said it's with Alesso too, I was like, I mean, I can't say no.
You're like, I'm going to retire now.
Yeah, I was like, this is kind of dance royalty happening right now.
That is so incredible how that came together. Now, something I love finding out from songwriters is when you're writing so many songs and a lot of them go to different artists, is it tough for you to give your songs to other artists, or are you fine with passing them on?
I love when other artists sing my songs, especially because, when they're artists that I'm a big fan of, I'm like, oh my God, this is so crazy the way that she's singing my song. It gives me the same high. And yeah, sometimes the artist will like take the way I sing the line or the emotion or the graveliness or something from the vocal that I've sold to them. Basically, I'm selling the whole performance of the song with the track. And sometimes they'll keep that essence, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm glad that they like kept a little bit of my sauce, or they'll maybe keep me on the backgrounds. And I've definitely sang a lot of backgrounds on songs. So yeah, I don't mind it. I love it. I mean, why not?
Well, can I say that it's great having you as the spotlight this time because you sound so incredible on this song.
Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a cool feeling.
Do you remember the first time hearing one of your songs on the radio?
Yes, because I was, I think, in the car with my mom, and it came on, and we were like, we had to pull over because we didn't want to crash the car. Because I was like, oh my God. And then I remember calling the producers of the song because I was like, I don't know what to do right now. I have to call everyone I know and show them. And I feel like I still have that same feeling every song that comes on. If I'm like in the car, I keep hearing somebody else's, the song I wrote with Gwen, that's on Kiss FM. And every time I hear it in the car, I'm like, oh my God. And then I pull over and then I try and take a video of it. And I text it to Gwen and I'm like, oh my God, it's playing right now. And then she's like, oh my God. So I get the same amount of excitement every single song. It never gets old.
Well, I get the same feeling when I hear myself on the radio still, and I've been doing it for 31 years, so I totally understand that. Congratulations on the song going #1. It is so amazing.
So fun.
It's also incredible that you created the Madison Love Future Fund Scholarship back in 2021. You want to share with our AD30 fam all about that?
Sure. Yeah, this was something that I wanted to give back to my alma mater. I mean, I wouldn't be anywhere in the industry without the program at Tisch, NYU. And so this program originally it helps the summer high school program, kids that are in high school that want to learn and come to the program for a couple weeks and learn about the music industry. And it will support one kid through the program. And now I've kind of set it up so that the money goes to wherever the program needs it. But yeah, so just helping people get in the industry and getting the opportunity that I had. And I just really want to support the future of music, the next Madison Love, the next producer, the next, hopefully, it's going to change the world, the next #1 on America Dance 30. Let's go.
Let's go. That's so awesome that you support, because the arts are one of those things that aren't supported enough. So that's so incredible. Now,
totally.
Your career has also had some major milestones recently. Do you want to share some of the albums that you have almost completely written for artists?
Well, I did work a lot on the Gwen Stefani album that's coming soon, November 11th. The last single just dropped called Swallow My Tears. And Gwen is my queen. I literally, everything that I love her so much. And it was kind of a crazy just moment writing with her. And I remember just being in the studio, and I remember saying to her while she was cutting vocals, like, this is just such a cool moment for me because you're my favorite artist. And she was like, oh my God, Muffin, stop.
Muffin!
And yeah, that's my nickname. And I just love the whole experience writing with her. And the album, I'm really, really proud of the songs that we wrote. And so that's going to be really exciting to come out. It's called Bouquet, the album. And I've been working on Kesha, which is another one of my favorites. And we have a song right now called Joyride that's out. And there's another song coming soon that's going to be, I think she started teasing. I don't know if the name is out yet, but that's coming soon. And so I love her. And I've been working on Dove Cameron, which is going to be a really, really special, I feel like it's like a piece of art that we made, that she's going to start teasing songs, a lot of really incredible pop bangers in there, and also just beautiful art lyrics. She's such an incredible lyricist, so it's going to be really fun to showcase all of her poetry, basically an album of poetry. And I'm trying to get on more projects. I'm out there hustling, working on Demi, working on who I'm going to go see today. I don't know. I don't know why I always blank when people are like, what are you working on? I'm like, oh, there's just so much stuff.
That's a good problem to have. Well, congratulations on everything. Tell Demi I said hi.
I will.
Madison, not only thank you for rescheduling, but thank you so much for your time. It's great meeting you.
So great to meet you. Thank you so much. You're so sweet and so fun. And I couldn't have had a better host. I mean, come on.
Oh, keep going. Keep going. Oh.